What's up, guys? It's Rant Roller at you with another Thoughts by the River episode. Down here by the river on a cloudy day, beautiful day. About 55 degrees right now, just beautiful. Might even be 60. But I love cloudy days, by the way. You know, you don't have all that sun glare making you squint your eyes, have to put on shades. You can actually see everything clearly. But anyways, a couple of random thoughts. I watched the James Brown movie that was done by the same actor, Chadwick Boseman, who played the Black Panther. What an excellent film. I slept on that movie. I didn't watch it. I thought it might have been like a TV style movie. But what a great movie. What a great job by Chadwick. Rest in peace, who's now deceased. Great movie, man. And one of the points I want to speak on about this movie is that he had a phrase where, you know, he would talk about throughout the movie, and the key phrase was, "Do right by yourself." You know, he said, "I don't care what you do right by yourself." And this kind of thinking came from the fact that he was abandoned by both of his parents. First, he was abandoned by his mother. And then he was abandoned by his father, dropped off at a brothel, you know, a, um, a whorehouse, properly, you know, and the madam of the whorehouse basically took him in and you know, had him hustling and you know, got him his early start in life. And because of that early pain and that early trauma that he went through, and realizing that, you know, growing up in a brothel, you know, in Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, back in those days, you had to do for yourself. Nobody was gonna do it for you. You know, even from the first day he got there, or the first week, I don't know however long it was, you know, it's movie time, that she had him hustling and steering soldiers into the brothel. You know, and she even gave him a $50 and said, "You do good tomorrow, I'll give you the other half." She gave him a ripped up dollar. So, I mean, he had this saying, you know, do right by yourself. And I want to ask you out there in YouTube land, are you doing right by yourself? Meaning, are you putting yourself first? Are you taking care of your needs? Are you exploring your needs and what you need and what you want out of life? It's a random thought. I highly recommend that James Brown story, played by Chadwick Boseman. A lot of great points in that movie, a lot of wise things you can learn from that movie. And Little Richard dropped a little knowledge on him too early in the film. I won't give it away. But I didn't know that Little Richard and James Brown knew each other, you know, or spent any time together back in the day. So that was very surprising and interesting in itself. Yeah, another random thought. I started riding my motorcycle. Um, I'll do a reveal and all that stuff on the GoPro once I get a mount for my helmet. But boy, boy, is it scary and exciting at the same time. I didn't exactly pick a beginner bike. You know, I'll give you a hint. It's not a 1000cc, but it's definitely not a beginner bike. But you know what? I'm beginning on it. And it helped that I had a lot of motorcycle knowledge stored up in my head for my motorcycle fascination since 1992. And I have a lot of that knowledge subconsciously to draw from. That helped. And it also helped the fact that I learned how to drive a stick shift car about 3 years ago. So that actually really helped, uh, understanding the philosophy of using a clutch, what a clutch does in a manual shift vehicle, and just what is it for? How do you use it? So that came into play too, and that helped a lot as well. Had a wonderful experience this morning riding a motorcycle down nice curvy mountain roads. I'm looking forward to getting back on the bike some point today. But yeah, that's a bucket list thing. that I'm enjoying, and I'm looking forward to more motorcycle adventures in the future. And I'll bring you guys along. But yeah, I want to make this point while I'm over here by the river, while it's so peaceful. We have a baseball field back here. There's like some kind of practice going on. It's college teams, you know. And the other point I want to make is I watch a lot of prison vlogs. I don't know why. I've never been to prison. I'm drawn to them because my family comes from I won't say they come from the street, but I have a lot of family members that indulged in the street life. And I always said to myself that I wouldn't go in that direction. But it always pulls me. It's almost like genetically, you know, genetically, I want to hustle. I want to get in the streets and do things. And I have to fight against that tendency. But I like watching those vlogs like Fresh Out, 23 Lockdown in One, a buddy of mine, Aboud, Aboud. And these guys speak about their prison experiences. And what I get out of that is an appreciation for life. Because those guys that are locked up can't do what I'm doing right now. They can't come out by a beautiful river, you know, and walking the dog. That's what I'm doing right now. There that guy goes. He's enjoying it. And just taking in the fresh air and enjoying my day. Going on a motorcycle ride this morning, right after I came out of the YMCA gym. Just simple things like that. And what else I want to say about that is, if you can find a way to get out of a 9 to 5, or 3 to 11, an overnight shift, or 12 to 8, and find some kind of independent income or a couple of independent income streams, I highly recommend it, because there's a lot of things in this life that try to take away your freedom. You don't have to be in prison or in jail to have your freedom taken away from you. A job takes away a part of your freedom. Yes, it's a necessity at times. But I say to you folks, don't stay working a job, working for someone else if you can. Try to get some independent income and get out of the poverty mindset. Get into an abundance mindset, because that's where the real freedom is. The real freedom is being able to come out here on a Friday morning and enjoy this without having to worry about clocking in and punching somebody's clock. You know, dealing with a supervisor you don't like, or co-workers you don't like, being in a place you don't want to be. You know, indoors, away from the sun. It's just something to think about. All right? I'll see you guys next time.